Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back. Obviously, we're doing something a bit different today, which is a Monster High speed paint for Lagoona and Draculaura. I drew these for a project that I'll be doing on a separate video later, but I posted them to Instagram and y'all who follow me over there said you'd like to see speed paint videos of the drawings themselves, so here we are. Sorry about the orientation of these. There's not really much I can do that because I did draw them in like a portrait orientation and the video is inherently landscape. I do know that's irritating, so sorry again. As you can see, we've started with Lagoona. I skipped the sketching process because honestly, it takes me so ungodly long to get the sketch down. My sketches include a lot of detail and I fuss around with them for forever, so for this to hopefully be more entertaining as a video, I wanted to skip the part where I just keep starting over and over and over. You guys can also see I have a reference of Lagoona in the corner. For the drawing, I'm not being 100% faithful to it as I have Lagoona kind of floating underwater in the drawing, so I went ahead and ditched all but her swimsuit. Mostly it's there as a guide for basic color matching. I did think I had everything solid in the sketch phase, but you'll see here that with the line art, I start to mess with her feet a little bit and end up making both of them visible. You might have also noticed that even though I just said the stock art is there for color matching, I did change the skin tone a bit. I fiddle with a lot of colors throughout this just to make them slightly more cohesive to my taste. With Lagoona, I also changed the color of her swimsuit top and her jewelry. Since I didn't have the black of the hoodie and the shoes, the black top looked a little more out of place to me, and the same goes for the jewelry. I just made them colors that I found to be more appropriate for my drawing specifically. Again, because of kind of the orientation issues, this part here kind of looks like I'm not doing anything at all and like nothing is really changing, but I'm actually fiddling with the flower in her hair and then her jewelry and a couple of other small details. So even though it looks like nothing is changing, I promise progress was being made during this part. And here I did have to crop the canvas. I draw in Procreate, and if you're familiar with it, you know that it has layer limits. I use a lot of layers, so I had to clip away the excess space to earn more layers. It's hard to explain if it's not something that you've experienced, but for fellow Procreate users, you'll know what I mean. I will say my favorite part of this process was probably shading the swimsuit, which was so early on that it meant for the rest of the art piece, I was kind of nervous that I wasn't going to be able to live up to that, like, original part that I felt went so good. So the rest was a little bit daunting, made me a little bit nervous, but I do think that in the end it looks pretty cool. like I said, I did end up posting these to my Instagram. The posts that I made are more cropped, so it's just kind of the face where you can actually see the detail, and they're definitely better quality. So I always have that linked in the description down below. If you want to check out better quality images of how these turned out, definitely check there. We'll be going through much the same process with Draculaura. With her, the biggest changes that you can see right away are that I made her skirt longer and I changed her boots. I thought the longer skirt would make her look more cutesy and kind of lean into her style a bit more, and I also just felt her boots didn't really fit with the... I guess Lolita might be the best word. That's the vibe my drawing of Draculaura was giving me, and the boots that she originally has in her stock drawing just didn't work. Shoes are kind of hard for me, so the ones I gave her are nothing special, but they did the job in my opinion. Here I have some lace pattern references, and I'm drawing my own strip based on a few of them. I copy and paste it and use the warp tool to give her a lace lining on her skirt and the ruffle around her neck. I felt the lace once again just fit better than the fishnet for me, and in the original design she doesn't have lining on her neck ruffle. Sorry, I don't know what else to call it. So I wanted to add that so that it kind of tied in better with the skirt. Also, whenever you see me change the background, it's because I can't tell if my colors are off or if it's just color theory working against me, so I just like to check with a few different background colors. The little purple dot you spot is my shading color. I have that so I can keep pulling the same shade to use all over the drawing. While I'm kind of shading in the background here, I did want to talk about something that is a little bit more personal. I'm really excited to be able to share these drawings with you, and also just very nervous. I used to call myself an artist and create literally all the time, and then my mental health got really bad for a really long time. It's been around 6 or 7 years since I've been able to consistently make any kind of art, and I honestly thought it was just gone. I thought that was something that I couldn't do anymore, and I didn't think I was going to get it back. So I kind of thought that I wasn't an artist anymore. But I've been doing a lot better lately, and I'm starting to get emotional now, so I'm sorry. But I've been starting to make art again, starting with kind of the doll customizing that you see me do, and now drawing, which is the primary kind of art that I used to make. And it's really scary to put that out there because it's like been so long since I've shared my art with other people, so I'm like nervous that people are going to hate it. But it is so exciting. I'm sorry, I'm really getting emotional. It's so exciting to get this core part of myself back and to be able to do this so easily like I used to. Like, I literally can't express how amazing it is to know that I still have this within me and that it's getting easier for it to come out. So despite the nerves, I'm really, really sorry. I'm like trying not to cry, but I'm really excited to be able to share this with you guys and explore this more and just be an artist again. So, sorry. I know that was a little heavy, but I just wanted to share it with you so that, I don't know, I can kind of express that this is actually more than just like a drawing of Draculaura for me. It's really cool that I'm even able to do it, and I kind of wanted to express that to you guys. Going back to the actual art in question, though, you may have spotted a slight shift here in her hair highlights. I had been playing around with different layer types in Procreate this whole drawing to try to get the effect that I want, and it took till almost the end to find the right one. So while it looks pretty subtle in video, you might see that I go back and change all of the highlight layers and reblend them before I go back and finish the hair. As this zooms, you'll also see that I changed her earrings to get rid of the safety pin. I don't know why I went this direction with Draculaura, it just kind of felt right, but a lot of her more modern or edgy elements I didn't feel fit the vibe of my drawing, so without the big boots or the fishnets, I thought the earrings also needed to change. So that's it. These are the completed final drawings. Again, you can see them in better quality on my Instagram if you like. Please do let me know what you think of them. As I said in the beginning, they were made for a project, and for that I did only need to draw Draculaura and Lagoona. But if you guys like this and would like to see more art content from me, let me know and I might do more. I'm really bad at making art from like requests, so I can't promise if I'll draw every character, but if inspiration hits me, I'm happy to share it again. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, again, this is it. Hope you liked the video. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.